Alright guys, so if you guys can see, we got the John Deere moved into here. I moved it into my work shed area over here. So it was kind of really hard to move it into here with having no hydraulic fluid in there, so the steering wheel won't turn at all. There's a lot of mess in here because of shelter logic, if you guys know about that thing too. So since the shelter logic disappeared or kind of just flew away, I had to move all the mess into my garage in here. So I have this cardboard underneath here, you guys can see. And then this is how it is, really dried up, not really much of a mess. So our main symptom we know so far for the tractor is the hydraulic fluid leaks right over here. As you guys can see, it came out from there onto my floorboard, or my floor pads right there where your feet are, and we use the pedals, and that's where I saw all the hydraulic fluid, and then I leaked from there through the cracks and the crevices whatnot onto the mower deck, and that's how the mower deck got soaked and whatnot, guys. So our main plan right now, guys, is we're gonna open this bad boy up in here, and that's what we gotta do, because we ain't gonna take it to John Deere and pay John Deere so much. We might as well change everything ourselves. My brother really wants to do it too, so he saw a couple things, or there's not really any videos online at all, so we're pretty much gonna show you guys how we're gonna be working with this John Deere 4110, the hydraulic line, guys. So first things first is, guys, you guys got to really pretty much remove the steering wheel, your front column over here, and this entire plate over here to get to the hydraulic lines and hoses that are running back here, guys. So in order for us to do all that, as you guys can see, there's bolts that need to be removed. You guys see the bolts are those ones over here, down on the sides and whatnot. And then there are these screws. One screw is missing. I need to find a replacement screw for that. There are 4 screws for this top dash panel style thing right there. There's the other one right there. 1 right there. And then there would be 2, 3, and then 4. Those star head, Phillips head. And then to remove this main bottom portion right here, guys, you guys would just remove the bolts. But just really just start off with this to make it more simple. As first things first, guys, we want to get the steering wheel off. So in order to get the steering wheel off and really work with this, guys, you guys want to get this center piece off. I've always thought that it comes off from really in there, but it actually comes off from over here. So you guys can see I already have it loose. You guys can use one of those non-marring pry bar tools and whatnot to get it loose, but you guys can see it kind of has like kind of a ring on it for it to come out. And then so that's the center of the steering wheel right there, guys. So now I'm going to get the bolt to open that right now, or the key to open that bolt right there. I'm going to use a socket set or whatnot, guys. I'm going to figure out what size it is, and I'll show you guys right now opening the steering wheel up. Alright, guys, so I got the socket to fit it. It's a 15/16 if you guys can see that. And so that fits this exactly, 100%. You guys can see, no play. And then so you want to get a socket as well that fits it. So if you guys can see my socket right now, or my wrench, it doesn't really fit it because of the steering wheel. So I'm going to have to get an extender on top of that. So now I got an extender, you guys can see. Now I can just turn it once I make it. I hold the steering wheel. I had my brother hold on to it with 2 hands, so there's no slip at whatnot. And I pretty much just cracked it. It wasn't too tight. So now I'm just pretty much removing this bolt out. You guys can see, just like that. There was a little bit, probably a little Loctite on it. So there's a washer as well, guys. Make sure you guys don't lose your washer and your bolt. Let's put them on your John Deere seat for now. And if you guys can see, oh, I never removed this ever before in my life before, so I'm just messing with it right now, guys. So I just got that removed. So now I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to remove this, if I gotta take this plastic out, or see how to get this steering wheel off, guys. Alright, guys, I went ahead and sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on it, and I went down and actually bought this steering wheel puller, because I saw a couple tractor videos and they use this thing. But make sure you guys don't actually go buy a steering wheel puller, because these things don't really fit for a John Deere tractor wheel. Like, if you guys can just see the general size comparison, like that thing is not big enough to go in the center there. You need something definitely way bigger, but this thing definitely is handy for cars and stuff. But when I did go Princess Auto, I definitely got more cool things. But that's always good to go Princess Auto, guys. For you, if you guys in America, it's Harbor Freight for you guys. So I pretty much just put WD-40 in the center there, and me and my brother just kept rocking and shaking and just pulling it. I kept giving it hammer hits in the center as he was pulling it from the sides, and then he just kind of just sat on it, and then he just kind of King Konged it. You know what I mean? Kept shaking it, and I kept telling him like, yo, I'm gonna go to John Deere if you can't do this. So I guess he just yanked it out, and guys, with the WD-40, if you guys can see,
just rocked it.
Like you want to pull it out for them.
Left and right.
Oh, did it get stuck again? Oh, there you go. As you guys can see, he just pulled it back up, and without damaging any of the seals, if you guys can see, none of them, the seals are damaged. There's a little bit of rust on it, especially from over here. And that's easy as that, guys. Just make sure you guys rock that out, and you guys pull it out. If you guys can see, this is how this thing looks right here. Trying to zoom up and whatnot. And then you guys can simply just remove this rubber shafting that goes underneath where the steering wheel is, and then right away you guys can actually see the entire steering wheel shaft right here. And then so you guys can clean it up if you guys really want to, but otherwise you would just leave this unattended or whatnot, just leave it as. And now the next step would be removing the 4 bolts from over here for the control panel right here, so we can start getting to the bottom removing process over here. So for these top bolts, guys, I'm going to be using number 2 Phillips head star. If you guys can see, there's the 1 bolt right here, and there's 2 bolts here, 1, 2, and then the second bolt is right there on the side right here, if you guys can see. So a total of 4 bolts in total, and that's from the outside. And then I'm not too sure if there are any more bolts inside here from the engine bay or whatnot.
Yeah, but we have to take the knobs out.
And you're going to have to take the knobs out as well. The knobs are going to be the first thing we're going to take out. I'm not too sure where the bolt is for this one, but there is a small star, I believe. It's kind of hard to tell right there. It kind of star, it's kind of rusted out, hex kind of style bolt in there. And you want to remove that first before you take out the top. As my brother was saying, good thing for reminding me. And so we're going to start doing that first. We're going to remove the knobs and whatnot. Guys, so I just used this ratchet with the star hex right there. If you guys can see, it's Phillips head. And I removed those 4 screws, the 3 for me. And so my brother's just going to record right here, if you guys can see. So now to remove this panel, you guys want to tilt it from this side and lift up to get the 2 rivets or clips that are in here. So to show you guys what I mean, just kind of lift up, give a shake, and here's those clips I was talking about. If you lift up, angle, and then lift up, and you guys will get that out. And then here you guys can see, there's a lot of hardware here you guys want to start removing, like such and so. Here's like the brake lines and hydraulic clips and whatnot you guys are going to have to remove. The clips are better to see kind of down here. If I'll show you guys from right here, kind of try right here. Yeah, those are the clips right there, guys. So you guys would want to remove these clips by just putting pressure on the pin there and just kind of, I'll have to do this off camera, guys. Oh wait, looks like I got it. Using my nail. You guys can use a flat, oh there you go. You guys can use a flathead or your nail, just push it in. And so I got that clip out there, guys.
Show them the clip.
Yeah, this clip right here, guys, if you guys can see. The clip was this clip right here, this one that you just press on, and it comes out. And then the other clip should be right here, guys, on this side for this light dash panel down here.
Yeah, there's one over here.
Oh yeah, there's this one more major one right here. This one you would just same thing. Alright guys, so we got back to it. So we pretty much started removing all the bottom brackets, and we got this out. Let me just show you guys. Look at that, we got it out. It wasn't that easy, guys, nothing to do, I'm joking. We have to remove all these pins, if you guys can see. All these pins and whatnot, these pins and all these clips. And also this right here, this is very important. Make sure you guys remove this carefully. This is for your fuel gauge, to make sure you get a fuel gauge lever. And also all these pins, make sure you guys don't break, especially this plastic one. That's a nice tricky one. And so we moved everything, especially for your PTO, your gauges, your light switches, and everything. So we got this off, guys. So I'll put that right here on the seat. So now the next step would be, guys, is to remove this bottom shield portion. And to remove that shield is you guys want to remove the screws or the bolts actually right here. You guys can see going all the way down. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and another 4 on this way as well too. So that would be a total of 8 bolts in total, guys. So I'm gonna start getting the socket, and I'll show you guys when I start removing those bolts.
But we may have to open that parking brake before. Just gotta double check. Yeah,
We'll have to see about that as well.
yeah.
See if there's any more
There should be a spring.
bolts or holes in here. I'm pretty sure it would just slide out in this position.
Okay,
Same as this thing. It would slide out in this position.
check it out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get this bolt and socket set ready, and I'll start showing you guys that. Alright guys, so and before we start removing all these 10mm bolts down the side of this front shroud, we're gonna go ahead and remove the actual lever itself, so we can actually remove the shroud out. What you guys can see is a long bolt. We got triple washer, 1 spring washer, 1 plastic washer, and 1 metal washer. So that's that. And I'm just gonna wiggle this out. As you guys can see, we got that out. Easy as that. And so that's how you guys will be removing that. And now next, back to the shroud process. So in order to remove these bolts, just so you guys let you know, a simple ratchet, box head ratchet, or like a ratchet would not fit in there like that, if you guys can see. It just won't fit. So you will have to use an extension. Just get an extension on. There you go, got your extension on. So that way it'll just fit in there. Like so. And you just be removing it. And getting your bolt out. And then also, I'll just keep working on that one. Also, if you would go down to a few more, like this one, if you were to remove the front shroud, this one wouldn't be visible. Like, you wouldn't be able to get this one if this bar was still in place. If you guys know what I mean, you guys wouldn't be able to get there. So that's why I also brought an open end wrench or a box wrench, and you can also use a 10mm one as well to just remove it as well. That's just your preference, guys.
Evenly crack it too, right?
Yeah. So right now I'm just opening this top one, and then I'll probably get that top one out. It looks like the bolts are pretty long. Okay. Alright guys, so you guys can see we got the bolt out. So that's it right there. So now I'm just going to continue the process for all around the other side. Removing all 8 in an even process, like my brother's saying. And then we'll start showing you guys how to remove the shroud. So I removed all the screws on each side, guys. Or those bolts. Those bolt heads kind of screw things. 8, the 10mm, so 4 on each side, 4 on this side. So now if you guys can kind of see, the John Deere front shroud is kind of more visible. You just want to bend it forward like that, guys, if you guys can see. Not too hard. There are this, that's what she said. There's springs over there. Right there, 1 and 2. You guys can see there's a better angle. There's 1 spring right there. There's another spring for each lever. So that's cruise control and that's parking brake. So you guys want to make sure you guys remove these levers from over the top right here. So right away you guys can see there's a washer followed by the plastic thing, and then another washer, and then a clip that you can just use a nose plier on and bend over. And here's a better angle of that right there. So you guys will just use a nose plier and bend that portion over, same as that side, and pull that little clip out, and then get the washers, and you'll be able to pull this right out. And then that would be that, guys. And you repeat the full process for both. My brother just brought the pliers right now, and so he'll just be pulling that out. And that would be this process for removing those parking brake and cruise control levers, that without damaging the springs and having to go through the long process of opening it all from there. But definitely, guys, I'm really happy with how this is looking, because it's definitely looking greasy in there. So that means we are getting close to our hydraulic leak fix. It's definitely come from right there, if you guys can see it, because I can see it. As I'm removing those clips right there to get those cruise control and parking brake out, There's also these clips right here, the electrical harness for the key start, where the key goes in to remove as well, guys, to get the front shroud out. Just to let you guys know. So that would be that removing as well, and that would be on the right hand side. Alright guys, to show you what I mean of how to get it out, if you guys can see this one quickly, we disconnected that bracket from here. So now this cruise control right here is just freely. So now back to over here to remove this one, what I mean is just pull out the pin like so. I got the pin out, set the pin aside, and I just got one washer on one side. Wiggle it a little bit, got it out. Make sure you guys don't lose any washers. And now you guys got the bracket free, and now this is free. Your parking brake is just moving amongst the front shroud right here. So how easy was that, guys? We still have our springs down there, if you guys can see right there. There's our spring. Our spring's still left untensioned now. There's no like effort on it or anything, and it's not being damaged, and without having to go down there and remove anything else, guys. So now you guys just want to make sure you guys keep your springs, your two washers, safe, and then your whatever your clevis pin or whatever these are called, you guys can always replace and put a new one in as well. So now back to the next step, guys. So the next step would be is just pulling this out and moving that out. So I'm just gonna put these aside, and I'll show you guys pulling this baby out. Alright guys, so pretty much to remove this front shroud, we've got all that stuff removed, and so as you guys can see, it's just moving freely without damaging it. I don't really want to break it, but if you guys can see, there's this plastic lining that goes underneath this piece right here. So the person online in the forums or whatnot, he did say, I believe it was a 4210 or something, so similar tractor. So he was saying that that would just be removing the shroud just like that, but it did not mention of anything removing this. This was something I was talking to my brother earlier of removing to most likely get this panel out. So most likely, because we did try kind of bending it and bending it over, but we didn't want to break it, and it's gonna be kind of hard to fit back in. If not, if you guys know what I mean. It doesn't seem like it's gonna come out, so we're gonna have to remove this green panel right here and then this plastic panel right here. But it shouldn't be too hard, guys, as long as you make sure you guys put all your screws in a proper location, it should be fine. So in order to remove this back panel right here, right off the bat, guys, another 10mm bolt right there and another one right there. It's kind of hard to really see in the dirt. And then here, I'll show you guys another one there. As you guys can see, one on the floorboard and one back there. Simple as that. Then when it comes to this one, guys, the black, there's one bolt right there and one bolt right there. But we will see if there's any more bolts under this green panel right here, this metal, right when we move this, guys. So I'm gonna start showing you guys how to remove these bolts. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be opening this front panel right here, or this back panel here. Cracking the bolt. Now crack the bottom floorboard one too. I'm gonna go ahead on this side as well. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this floorboard one as well. Got that cracked. And then crack this back one here. So a total of 4 bolts in total for this. I'm just gonna go ahead all the way and start removing this, guys. You guys can see. Oh, still a little bit more there. And those are the bolts right there, guys. Same similar style bolts are working with. If you guys can see, spring, washer, and bolt. And that's right up there. And then I'll continue removing the same 3. And I'll show you guys bring this panel off. So, we got all the 4 screws out. So now I'm going to try attempting to remove this out. So give it a little bit of a shake. Kind of work it out. Gotta make sure you guys get it out of there, through there, and also through this lever right here. So probably work it around there. Oh, came out pretty nicely, guys. And underneath of it looks fairly good. That's pretty good. And this is a plastic piece, if you guys are wondering. It did seem metal to me before, so make sure you guys are not stepping on this like crazy when it's down there. Just stepping on it. Alright guys, so that really showed a lot. I don't know what to say right now. I'm definitely kind of disgusted. I really thought like this really needs to be cleaned. It's like a squirrel's nest. I don't know what to say, but like that's crazy. So now I know, guys. I'm definitely gonna be removing these 4 bolts often and be giving a nice clean. If you guys can just see on top of the transmit, like look at this, guys. Look, we have electrical connection right here, and it's just sitting in like grass stuff. That's not safe. Like it could just catch when this grass is dry. But if you guys could just see how thick this is, all this dirt and grime. Throw that on the ground, but that's like the transmission down there, guys. I mean the differential and whatnot, the transmission. And then now we're gonna get to removing this black cover, guys. And another 10 millimeters, one there and one on this side, like I showed you guys. And we're gonna get to remove this plastic cover, and then we can get the shroud off. So let's get to it. Crack that side. We'll have come over here on this side and crack this side as well, and just go ahead and start opening it. Just want to show you guys a quick comparison. If you guys can see, all the bolts are the same. It's all around, so there's not really much worry about the bolts and whatnot. A few of them are rusted. Definitely put some copper anti-seize on them when you guys put them back, and they'll keep them from being a hard struggle with coming out next time. So this tractor, definitely got to fix this tractor, guys. That's time to plant corn. A lot of the farmers already got their corn in the ground. It's already growing. And I'm just behind, guys. I gotta get my crop on lock, right?
For real.
The funny thing is, the tractor has nothing to do with planting the corn. Like, it's not like the tractor has a corn planter or anything. It's just gonna disc the ground and get it ready for me, guys. It's very important. So now we're gonna remove this plastic cover. Oh, yes, sir. So that came off, and right away you guys can see the hydraulic leakage where it happened and whatnot. You guys can see, oh, this looks like, I don't know if a chipmunk or somebody, oh, some hair. That looks like some type of mouse or something went in there. I don't know what went in there. Yep, we got the plastic cover off, and right away you guys can kind of see right away from just the debris and how this one was dry and just where the splash really got to. So if you guys can kind of understand the bigger picture.
Yeah, all the hydraulic was going everywhere.
So we now got these covers off. You guys can see how these 1, 2 fit together like so. So this one sat on top of this one, and then this one sits, and this one sat on top of our shroud. So let's see if this baby can slide out now, because this entire lip right here was sitting on top. So now I'm gonna try. Guys, we got this thing out. This baby is ready to go on the lot. I said put her steering wheel back on and she's ready to go right back to work. This is a special model.
Do you see the hydraulic?
Yep, we can see some hydraulic lines back down there. That's my line right there. That looks like it needs to be replaced, guys. Let me just put this down. I'm trying to be careful of the full filter here. Okay. So kind of right back there. That line right there looks like that head right there or something like that's having some issues. See a lot of hydraulic buildup on it and a little metal sludge on it. It doesn't look too healthy, if I'd say. So just need to get better lighting. Alright, so we got the cat light. If you guys can now see with the light, you can really tell which fitting really needs to be changed. It's the one on the right there. You guys can see it's definitely a little bit loose. It could be tightened, but we're just going to go ahead and probably most likely just change both hydraulic lines, guys, just to be on the safe side, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start removing that hydraulic line, and then we're going to get to the bottom over here and remove the other side of the line, guys. Alright, guys, just to quickly show you, the way we're removing the hydraulic hose is we have a 17 millimeter box wrench on the bottom, and then I'm just turning it with another adjustable wrench over here. Just kind of get a better angle here for you guys. There you go. And then I'm just turning it, guys, and I'm just opening it like that and so, and then I'll show you guys that. Alright guys, so we disconnected the hydraulic hose fitting on this side because removing the actual one that's leaking, we have to remove this one first to get in order to get that one. It's just how they made it, guys. And make sure you guys, when you guys replace the hose, make sure you guys also tighten this side down too. If you guys can see, this thing was facing down. Make sure you guys put a wrench over there. Make sure you guys actually tighten the hydraulic thing onto the bracket as well. So now the next step would be is pretty much relocating this hose, or locating it, running it all the way down to the side, right over. Just get better. Wait for you guys to kind of see. Setting up the light. Okay, so if you guys can kind of see, so my brother's just pulling the wires. This is pretty much just underneath the wheel well, going underneath the place. The mower deck attaches right here, and this is where the hydraulic line's going. And through over here, if you guys can see a better angle. One's going there, one's going here. So he's just wiggling. So I'll give a pull. Is this the one?
Yep.
So that one right here, going to this front power steering and actuator right here. So this will be the one to take. So right away, I would want to just record and show you guys which way it's going through. So that way it's leading through here and making its way through there and to over there. So now the main hydraulic part we gotta just go is right here, guys. So we'll just put a 17 millimeter box wrench on that and our other adjustable, and we'll start cranking that and we'll pull this out. Alright, so I'm pretty much just disconnecting the bottom hydraulic line now. I fed the other one through, or I found went underneath and I got the end of it, guys, and I figured out where it is. So now you pretty much can just spin this hydraulic thing over, and we got it out, guys, as you guys can see. You guys can really see the hydraulic hose was not really damaged. That's the one that's not damaged. So we'll pretty much just change this hydraulic line as well, and same as the other one as well.
And there's no O-rings in here and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's no O-rings or anything like that. And so if you guys can see, so we got that disconnected from all the way over that one. And now there's the one that's the leaky one. And that one goes all the way down over into over there. If you guys can see that one. That one's a little bit more tricky to get to, but that one's the one that's actually leaking, guys. So we're going to get both hydraulic lines replaced from Princess Auto itself, guys. Alright guys, so we give it a quick label. As you guys can see, wheel connect and line A left. So line A left will mean this line, the left hand side line. And that would be line B, guys, the right hand side. And by meaning the wheel, it means that this one line goes all the way over and connects to this hydraulic in the wheel. And the next one will be connecting down there like I showed. So now it's time to remove the actual leaky hydraulic line, guys, and remove the entire one, and I'll show you guys if that length is completely the same or longer. Most likely that one's longer because that one has to go a longer route, guys. So if you guys can kind of see the one by the bottom of the wheel, that one's the most pain in the ass right there. That one's hard to get because this thing keep on moving and whatnot. And it's just in such a tight location, guys. Well, I finally got it cracked, guys, as you guys can see. We got it out. Now we got both hydraulic things open, and now we can get both hydraulic lines changed, guys. One's just been bent and whatnot, guys. Roughly the same exact size. Now a little bit longer just by a hair. Yeah, guys, you can really see it out, but when you guys actually, I'd say they're exact. Yep, we got both lines out, guys. So I hope you guys are really enjoying the video. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up because I haven't seen any other videos doing no John Deere 4110 hydraulic line changes, guys. So I hope this really helps you guys out. You guys are wondering, so now we got those lines disconnected and whatnot. Brother can just show you. So this one was the first one that we disconnected, and there's that second one right down there. And that's the one that's a little bit obviously harder to get and whatnot. But if the tractor was on ramps or location in the shed right now wasn't that tight, it would be easier. We're really tight right now in the space wise. And then over up here we got our hydraulic lines and whatnot, guys. So pretty good job so far. We got a bunch of keys and everything. So now we just gotta go over Princess Auto I'm gonna go figure out what is the best hydraulic line option I have for alternative for this hydraulic line right here. You guys can see how the line is. I'll open this one, and then we're just gonna change to get new couplers and everything. Pretty much getting a whole new set of hydraulic lines. I know this one wasn't leaking, and this one was the one that had the broken or fitting right here that started leaking, leaky fitting. It's squirted all over the place. So hopefully, guys, with the 2 hydraulic line changes, that fixes our John Deere 4110 hydraulic leak or fix, whatnot, guys. So I'm gonna go print this out tomorrow, guys. It's nighttime right now. It's about 11 o'clock. So I hope print this out. I can fix it up. All right, guys. You guys can see these are those hydraulic lines from the tractor, guys, and we finally got them replaced to these bad boy lines right here. Just look at them, guys. My dad got these done. You guys can just see some serious heavy duty lines, guys. Got the coating on it, got the swivel ends on both ends, whatnot, guys. 2 foot long, exactly the same as that, guys. You can just see the difference. These hydraulic lines are gonna be way better than these lines, guys. So I'm gonna put these in the tractor, and I'm gonna do the same steps of removing it back to normal, and then I'm gonna show you guys putting some hydraulic fluid in, and let's see if this tractor turns on, guys. Alright, guys, we got the lines fitted. So you guys can see both hydraulic lines are fitted there. Ran it through all the way to the bottom, and we got it connected down there and there as well, guys. So now it's just time to reverse the process and start putting the stuff back on. So for putting this back on right here, you guys want to make sure you don't forget to connect your key ignition stuff. So he can just show you those 2 things right there for the key ignition, and also make sure you guys line up these things right here that line up in here with those pins. So first things first is we're going to line this thing up, and we'll just try fitting those in, and we'll show you guys putting this back in right now. Alright, guys, so we got this entire panel installed over here, and so now we're just putting the top panel on. If you guys can see, we're just installing whatever connections need to be made. All these connections right back here, especially the fuel connections and whatnot, guys. And so yeah, so we're going to connect all these up with the PTO and everything connected, and then we can put the steering wheel back on and get the rubber boot and make sure everything's running. We're going to make sure we put this back in there as well, guys. If you guys seen the removal, just like how we removed it, it's going to go back on. And then once you put the steering wheel on, guys, should be good. Then we got to put this stuff back on, and then we're going to put hydraulic fluid in, guys. Can't wait to see if this thing runs and if there's any leaks. We got it all assembled here. Got the dash. It all lined up. We put the 4 screw or the 3 screws in, since I don't have that 4th screw. Just gotta go John Deere and get that. So now we gotta install this part over here too, those flaps. And right now I'm working on putting this in right here, guys. So if you guys can see, I put it in, and now I just gotta put this bolt in, and that will just go right in there, and I'll tighten that all up. But give you guys a quick tip: make sure you guys use some copper anti-seize or whatever anti-seize you guys have. I like to use copper anti-seize because I just like to compared to the other ones. And then so yeah, that would really help out with future wear and tear on these bolts as well, guys. So let me put this one in, and then I'm gonna show you guys putting those 2 panels up, and then the steering wheel, guys. Alright, guys, if you guys can see, we got it all put back together. It's all put back together, put all the screws back. So now it's time for us to put the steering wheel in, guys. So we got all our bolts and all our hardware here. We're gonna need to put this in first for over here. You guys can see, I don't know, it's probably gonna go the other way around. If not,
No, it goes that way.
It does go this way, guys. Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense. And then you guys want to make sure you guys squish that back into there. Yeah. And then we're gonna be putting the wheel on in here, guys. So we're just gonna go get the wheel. We're gonna pop it on, and then we're gonna put some, show you guys hydraulic fluid, and we pour that in, and hopefully this baby starts, guys. Nah, you don't understand. See that Bud Light right there, guys? That's what got this job done right here. Look at this. I don't know what else to say. Was this tractor in parts, or was this tractor serviced by John Deere themselves? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't even look like we took it apart, guys. All back to normal. The John Deere back in. Everything's back. Just gotta make sure to see if everything runs, everything works. Hopefully, cross fingers for that. Now it's time to put some hydraulic fluid in, guys. If you guys can see, hydraulic level on the tractor. Yeah, she's about empty. I'm gonna fill her up. Tractor takes, I believe this John Deere 4110 takes about 13.6 liters. So we're gonna put about, I'd say about at least 10 liters in here for sure, because there's definitely lost a lot. We're just gonna check to the level and use the dipstick, and we'll see how he fills up. Alright guys, we finished it up. If you guys can see, full of hydraulic fluid. It didn't end up taking that much hydraulic fluid like I thought. Probably took just like a quarter of this big HydroGuard thing right here, guys. But definitely, guys, it really looks like it's good. Doesn't look like there's much leaks or any leaks at all, guys. That's just a little bit mess from before when I was doing hydraulic lines and not what, guys. But so far, there's no leaks, but we will find out when we turn it on, guys. So it's time to turn this bad boy on and get it out of the shed here. I just gotta move this other John Deere right here. You can definitely see the old hydraulic lines compared to the newer ones. I just work my way right here. And you can see the newer hydraulic lines put in, guys. Just give a quick focus on it. It's not focusing. And there's the one back down there. It's all on the same cylinder, this hydraulic front cylinder right here, if you guys can see. There's that one back there, and there's this one right here. And then we ran the lines exactly how they were meant to be run. Just like the old ones, ran through in here, ran through there. Ideally, I know you can just open this and try getting to the hydraulic lines and doing servicing. But guys, it's just so much harder trying to run the lines that way without taking apart most of the tractor, guys. But I have my fingers crossed. Now it's time to just turn this baby on. See if she doesn't leak, guys. Hopefully the hydraulic cylinder or the power, hopefully everything hydraulic's back. And then I can just deal with working on hooking up the mower deck to this and getting the grass cut, guys. So let's see if I can pull this thing out, and I'll show you guys when it's on. Alright guys, so to give you guys a quick update to show you guys. So the tractor ended up still leaking, guys. Just to confirm, it's not the hydraulic lines that we changed, guys, at all. So that the hydraulic lines we changed was just an added bonus, guys. So now wintertime we would just have better, way better hydraulic lines, and just it's gonna last so much longer time. So if you guys can see, we did have a hydraulic fluid change. Main thing is right now, guys, it's these metal two lines right here, and we just got to tighten it. It's kind of hard to see.
It was only this one we had
from the back right there. If you guys can see those connections right there, you would need a crowfoot box wrench right there to tighten it. So I got to go Princess Auto and go pick some crowfoots up, because I don't really have any crowfoots right now in my toolbox, guys. And I have a lot of tools. I'm surprised I don't have any crowfoots, guys. But once I have them, then I know I have them, guys. So that's pretty much just in case to help you guys out. If you guys are wondering if it wasn't the hydraulic line, make sure you guys do check out these metal hydraulic lines that are going down as well too, because that was the main thing that it looked like it was leaking from, guys. So we're just gonna go out and go get a 3/4 right there, as you guys can see, a 3/4 crowfoot box wrench whatnot, and we're gonna go in there and tighten it. So far we already tightened it by hand, and we turned the tractor on, and we tested the hydraulics up and down 3-point hitch and that joystick right there, and we had no leak whatsoever. So all of this was just from experimenting and whatnot, trying to open it. The main problem my brother was happening yesterday was trying to remove that steering wheel again, guys. Like, we removed that steering wheel without a tool the first time we did it, and now when we put it back on, it's just, I don't know what we did. But we know we lined it up properly on the gears. That's the first thing we made sure we did, right? Yeah. Problem is, when we put it on, we just made sure we didn't want it to fly off. So we hammered it back on, right? Yeah. And we tightened that bolt tightly and whatnot. But we got the bolt, everything off, but we just gotta use like a arm puller and like horseshoes. There's a lot of different ways to get that steering wheel off if you guys are having trouble. Yeah, so guys,
this is a quick way.
This is, you guys can see his
I just pulled it up and used a zip tie.
Yep. That zip tie is just to hold it, to make life easier if you guys want to remove it. And so he pretty much just connects those two electrical right there to the ignition, and we just turn it on. We'll connect the panel quickly and just see if everything's leaking, everything's running properly. And so far, looks like we got our fix, guys. So I'm really happy about that. And hopefully we can get the grass cut, because I'm pretty sure all my neighbors are wondering, like, yo, what happened to these guys? Because I never got a chance to cut the grass for about I'd say 2-3 weeks now, guys. It's been some time. And I usually cut my grass about 3 times a week. Cut it Monday, I cut it Friday. I mean, I cut it Monday, I cut it Thursday, and I cut it Sunday. Or something like that. I don't even know. What? Pretty fast. Wait, I don't know. Wait, what? Why? I don't even know. I don't cut it on Sundays anymore, because then I cut it Monday. I don't know. It depends, guys. It all depends on just the rain and everything. If it rains a lot, then the grass goes ridiculously. If it's really sunny, the grass goes ridiculously. So most likely I'm always cutting it like every 2 days. Or every third day, something like that. So hopefully we get this all fixed, and then after we got this tractor running, because this seems like it's up and running, we gotta fix this mower deck over here. Like, I don't know if you guys seen from the other videos we've been trying to say. Look at that. That wheel is just bent. Just look at that, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that just from the side of the mower deck. That entire panel is just bent. So we gotta somehow unbend this, make it back to normal and whatnot, because that blade in there, the third blade here, is touching this side. Lots to do, guys. So we're gonna go get a crowfoot wrench and we're gonna fix up that tractor first. Alright, everybody, so we tightened that up there and whatnot. We used a crowfoot socket style thing. We went to Princess Auto, picked it up. Let me just show you that quickly, how they look. So this thing right here, guys. So we picked this set up and we used the 3/4 one. So now my brother's just cleaning it all up. If you guys see, it looks so much better, getting rid of all the hydraulic mess that was there and whatnot. And we testified the tractor, turned it on a few times, lifted up the 3-point hitch and stood on it, see if the hydraulic pressure is back to normal. It's good. Kept on moving it up and down. It's good. No leaks, not even a single droplet. Even for the joystick over here, I even moved the joystick position on all levers to send hydraulic fluid all over to all systems. Still got no leaks or anything, so we're pretty much checked up. So the benefit for right now for this tractor is, guys, we got new hydraulic hoses, and I'd say we really know our tractor now, right?
Yeah, we got to know our tractor way much more.
As we, especially from learning from installing the back electrical lights and running actual positive wires to each light and a negative wire from the battery and whatnot. So like, we ran it pretty well, guys. And now we can fix the tractor's hydraulics, and we did the hydraulic line fix. So this is just definitely just getting this baby prepared for winter and whatnot, guys. Hydraulic fluid doesn't leak anymore, everything's full. So now it's just about putting the panels back on. You guys can see how we had this thing. Getting the steering wheel off was a headache, so we just zip tied it. We showed you that. So just cleaning it up right now. We're gonna put the panel back on. And then after that, it's just me working on the mower deck, guys. So we'll put the panels back on, guys, and then I'll show you guys the ending of this video, guys. So now we just put everything back together just quickly without like screws or anything. Nothing, the parking brake or cruise control is not connected right now. What all the dash stuff is, like, it's not even screwed in, guys. Everything's just loose, if you guys can see. And we're just gonna test fire this thing up to see if everything doesn't leak or everything, see if it runs perfectly good. Because so far, when we just had to test about 5-6 times, no leaks whatsoever. My dad wants to make sure it's one final test, drive down this driveway and whatnot, and come back. So you wanna put that whole thing back on?
Here's your wand.
My wand right here to control. Just
I was joking.
there you go, guys. I didn't even put a screw in there. I'm just gonna control it like that. And so if you want to record, see if this thing starts up, if there's any leaks.
I'm just gonna record underneath.
First start up. Far looking good, right?
All right, it's clear.
Yeah, he's driving again. How long?
Drive on the driveway where there's no.
What's she leaking?
Drive on the clear area.
It's good. I'll just hold on to it. You guys can see. It's definitely running way better. There's no hydraulic lines dripping or anything. You can see what I mean? Nothing's leaking, eh? No. It's pretty good.
No leaks.
That's what I'm talking about. Alright guys. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Make sure you guys check my YouTube videos out guys too guys. This baby's fixed. We're just going to put all the screws back in. Just like how we showed you guys from before, taking it out. Put the cap back in. We're fixed guys. Once you find out the solution, we know the problem. We got brand new hydraulic lines. And we're fixed guys. So now make sure you guys check out the next video where we're going to be fixing the mower deck, guys. That thing's all bent and broken. Stay tuned for that too, guys. I'm out.